Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world, online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, August 24th, 2024. It's cooled down this weekend, with our normal triple-digit highs making way for a more mild mid-90s and 80s. But just because it's cooler doesn't mean we're any less prone to wildfires out there. With a full fire ban in effect in Joshua Tree National Park until October 1st, that means all campfires and grill fires are prohibited and smoking is not allowed within 10 feet of vegetation. Of course, fireworks, explosives, or any other incendiary devices are always prohibited on public lands. In San Bernardino County, any fire is prohibited when there are high winds, which can easily carry embers into the dried out invasive grasses that still cover the desert. Other than some rains that flooded 29 Palms earlier in the summer, it's been almost completely dry when it comes to monsoons or other summer precipitation. The relatively cool mornings and evenings this weekend will most likely climb back toward more August-appropriate temperatures. It's been dry, but it's also been relatively fire-free this summer in Southern California. Let's try to keep it that way this weekend, and remember that only you can prevent forest fires. After nearly a year of repair efforts from last summer's tropical storm Hillary, the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve has finally been approved for funding to finish the vast damage incurred from the storm. Reporter Gabriel Hart sat down with the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve Executive Director Kevin Wong to discuss the journey thus far and how this funding will finish the job.
While BLM was initially in charge of financial aid to the preserve, Wong said 3 years ago all aid was pulled, leaving them in a tough position. Since 242 of the 21,000 acres of the preserve is under jurisdiction of San Bernardino County, mainly the infrastructure, the driveway, parking lot, buildings, and trails within the riparian areas, the county agreed to take over repair after the preserve's initial volunteer efforts.
The county stepped up and they said, we will cover your volunteers. We will give you a small yearly stipend for maintenance issues, and we will work with you on future projects and future plans. This is kind of a new process of us working with the county, who's been very good. They've been quite responsive, and we want to thank the county for everything they've done, including approving the funding that took place on Tuesday at the Board of Supervisors meeting. That without that funding, we wouldn't be able to do the repairs. Well, they're going to do the repairs. They're going to hire all the contractors and get the repairs done, as well as the driveway coming in will be graded and paved, and the parking lot will be graded and paved. So there's multiple projects to be done. The first is repairs on the boardwalk, of course. After that, the other improvements will take place.
The county has wasted no time in their efforts. Last week, they had a county maintenance team come out to begin their, quote, bathroom rehabilitation project. And while Wong did not have the exact amount approved, he said it was a little over $1 million and already had the rough breakdown of how the funds would be allotted.
$600,000 goes towards the boardwalk repair/replacement, and $400,000 towards the driveway and the parking lot.
Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Cottonwood Visitor Center, campground, and the other amenities in the southern entrance to the Joshua Tree National Park are closed due to increased bee activity. Bees are always attracted to water, and condensation from air conditioners or the sweat on your skin is enough to make them swarm around the water source. Until the bees move along elsewhere in their hunt for summer moisture, the closures will remain in effect. Check the Joshua Tree National Park's website for alerts and closures before heading into the park. That's at nps.gov/JOTR. Or you can download the National Park Services app for iPhones and Androids. We'll have that link on our website, Z107.7fm.com. Listen up, cinephiles. Movie theaters are making a comeback here in the Morongo Basin. Joining us with more news from the silver screen is Jeff Harmatz.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
In 2020, the pandemic caused movie theaters across the country to close, and unfortunately, many of them did not reopen, especially here in the Morongo Basin. The two locations to see new movies on the big screen in our community, Cinema 6 in Yucca Valley and Smith's Ranch Drive-In Theater in 29 Palms, both closed. In the years since the pandemic began, Smith's Ranch eventually reopened, now screening single and double features Wednesday through Sundays just off Adobe Road near the Marine Corps base. As of this week, Yucca Valley's multiplex building has reopened under new ownership. No longer known as Cinema 6, the theater on 29 Palms Highway is now Paradigm Cinema, the second theater of an operator running out of Florida. Paradigm Cinema officially opened 3 of their screens yesterday and will continue adding showings to their schedule throughout this week. More screens at the complex are being worked on, along with food service, as maintenance continues on the facility that has been closed for the last 4 years. Signage has not yet been updated to reflect the facility's new ownership. At Smith's Ranch, you can check out Alien Romulus, while Paradigm Cinemas is showing Alien Romulus, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Dee Dee. For more information about these movie screenings and beyond, visit drivein29.com and paradigmcinemas.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmetz.
To get ourselves a treat.
If you've been out on Highway 247 driving south from outside Landers, you may have seen the striking signs warning drivers of the dangerous stretch of road they're on. Pass here, die here is the message, warning drivers on the 2-lane highway that despite double yellow lines on many stretches of Highway 247, impatient and dangerous drivers illegally pass others, causing accidents and deaths along the stretch of road that heads into the Morongo Basin. On November 20th of last year, a woman driving southbound on 247 crossed the double yellow lines just north of Olivine Road behind the crest of a hill and collided head-on with another car, killing a pregnant woman and her husband. That Thanksgiving weekend would also see another collision claiming the life of 2 more travelers. The California Highway Patrol said in December of last year that they have stepped up patrols on the highway, and the pass here, die here signs that currently sit on that stretch of Old Woman Springs Road act as a reminder that careless actions can have deadly consequences. Drive safe out there. Calling all artists, the town of Yucca Valley is looking for a new installation in town. Adeline J. Wells joins us with more on the latest public art initiative.
As part of its public arts program, the town of Yucca Valley is seeking submissions for a new, temporary art installation to brighten the town. The art will be displayed at the plaza outside the Yucca Valley Branch Library, located at the southwest corner of 29 Palms Highway and Highway 247. The selected artist submission will be installed in January, remaining on display through November 2025. Yucca Valley's public arts program aims to add vibrancy to the landscape, showcase art in new spaces, and enhance the relationship between the town and its diverse community of artists. The currently displayed installation is by local sculptor Gubby Beck, titled Infinite Connection. Beck's piece will be on display through November until the Yucca Valley Christmas tree will occupy the site for the holiday season. All art must be original designs, appropriate for viewing by all ages and community members, and be able to withstand weather elements. Designs should seek to revitalize and transform the site, being visible from a distance. Artists are encouraged to utilize bold, vibrant designs and can submit more than one concept for consideration. The call for artists is open to all ages in grade 7 and above. The selected artist will receive a $500 stipend and $1,000 in reimbursements for materials. For more information, please visit the Yucca Valley Community Center or the town's website. Applications are due by September 30th and can be emailed to publicart@yucca-valley.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
This Sunday, there's going to be a display of fabulous flying machines at the Yucca Valley Airport. You can bring your kids and cameras to see a display of aircrafts on display on Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon. You'll be able to tour the cockpits and have a chat with local pilots who will be on hand to field some questions. The fun begins at 10 a.m. at the Yucca Valley Airport. You can park in the Copper Room parking lot. And the Yucca Valley Trojan varsity football team have a non-conference away game versus the Arrowhead Eagles in Redlands, California tonight. It starts at 6 p.m. at the Redlands High School. Go Trojans! And that is your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.